22 Rare and Most Valuable Bicentennial Quarters Worth Money. Are you searching for a very rare 1976 Bicentennial Quarter? Collecting coins may become a lifetime passion, and even the most knowledgeable collectors can make mistakes that cost them thousands. Collecting any type of coin is one of the best ways to invest your money, but making sure that you have the right coin before spending your hard-earned cash is the trick. In this article, we have put together 22 rare and most valuable bicentennial quarters worth money. This list features coins that have been sold at auction for amounts way above the face value of the bicentennial quarter. Whether you are in search of a rare coin, or just want to know what else is out there in addition to the quarters that you have, this guide will help you on your way in terms of bicentennial quarters. 1. 1976 D Washington Quarter, Bicentennial Design. Price, $5,170. Grade, MS68. 1976 D Washington Quarter Bicentennial Design. Exceptionally lustrous with a freshness that really makes it look as if it were just plucked from the dies. The surfaces are smooth and problem-free, even when examined with magnification. Add to that the exceptionally strong strike, and you have an example of great quality. Coins in MS66 condition are scarce. Coins graded MS67 are a little scarcer, with many hundreds, if not thousands, still out there. But in MS68 condition they are truly scarce, with less than a dozen known and none graded higher. None are undoubtedly finer. The NGC coin, which sold in the 2017 fun auction for $6,463, is the only recent APR. The PCGS value today is $4,000. This coin is destined for either the best type set from the 20th century or one of the finest collections of Washington quarters. 2. 1976 S Washington Quarter, Bicentennial Design. Price, $6,600. Grade, MS69. 1976 S Washington Quarter. The 1976 S Washington Silver Quarter is a one-year design type. It is common in worn condition. The coin's reverse features a drummer boy, and many examples have been pulled from circulation because of its unusual reverse design. This coin also contains 40% of silver in its overall composition. Although only examples in MS68 condition or higher appear to be scarce, thousands of examples exist if enough searching is done. In mint state 69 condition, it is extremely rare with only a few examples known and no examples in better condition. Unless it is PCGS certified MS69, the 1976 S Silver Bicentennial Quarter is a rarity in auction settings. This top-tier registry coin exhibits a sharp strike and nearly immaculate surfaces. It is frosty and dazzling. 3. 1976 S Silver Washington Quarter. Price, $19,200. Grade, MS69. 1976 S Silver Washington Quarter. You can see the fine details of this modern silver piece even when you look at it under magnification. Over the obverse, champagne patina is seen in the subtlest of hints, while the reverse is essentially untinted. The net mintage of the 1976 S silver-clad business strike is not known with certainty, but it is highly desired by collectors in MS69 condition. It was sold at auction for $19,200, making it one of the most valuable bicentennials. A Washington quarter from 1776 to 1976 S in the circulated condition is worth between $2.30 and $3.40 as of November 2022, according to the NGC price guide. On the open market, however, 1776 to 1976 S silver quarters in flawless, uncirculated condition can fetch up to $10,000. 4. 1976 S Bicentennial Quarter, overstruck on a 1967 dime. Price, $15,000. Grade, PR 67. 1976 S Bicentennial Quarter. The 1976 Bicentennial Quarter type does not often participate in double denominations. The auction house records show only 3 such appearances, all bicentennial-like dollars struck over bicentennial quarters. This nearly egg-shaped mint error shows part of the dime undertype on the quarter obverse. The words Liberty and In God We Trust are visible, along with the year 1967 in tiny letters inside George Washington's hair. In relation to Washington, Roosevelt's head appears like a ghostly outline. The date and mint mark for the quarter are bold. Struck flush at 5 o'clock against the collar die. Some quarter legends, such as Liberty, United, and Quarter Dollar, are partially or entirely missing from the flan. 5. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, double struck on a struck dime. Price, $12,000. Grade, PR 69. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter double struck on a struck dime. A dime, struck with proof of 1976 Bicentennial Quarter dies, was overstruck twice by those same dies. With subsequent strikes, the undertype design is no longer visible, but the diameter and the reeded edge of the coin confirmed that it was an undertype. The coin rotated 100 degrees counterclockwise on the quarter die between the two strikes, relative to the obverse side, Washington. In the first strike, we see Washington's Q within his hair. On the reverse, the drummer's left, facing, hand remains from the first strike. The coin exhibits two minor border splits at the 7:30 and 10 o'clock positions, and the reverse border shows signs of the copper interior. Although every mint error is distinctive in some way, it seems unlikely that there is another rotated double-struck and double-denomination-proof Bicentennial Quarter. 6. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, on a struck dime. Price, $9,200. Grade, MS62. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter on a struck dime. Bicentennial errors are especially popular because they were only dated for 1 year. The date and other peripheral details on the obverse of the dime are well struck. On the reverse, more of the dime is missing, but you can still see some of the design. The coin has a satiny finish and shows just a bit of reddish patina. This coin was sold for $9,200 on January 12, 2012. 7. 1976 Clad Bicentennial Washington Quarter, struck on 1976. Price, $9,000. Grade, MS62. 1976 Clad Bicentennial Washington Quarter. Here's yet another Bicentennial Quarter error coin that is rare and valuable. It was sold at auction for $9,000 on the 15th of December 2020. The quarter die impression is rotated approximately 90 degrees counterclockwise from the dime die impression. The date on the dime can be read, and Roosevelt's portrait is mostly outlined. There are traces of reverse legends around the border. The coin is brilliant and shiny, with no major abrasions. 8. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a clad dime planchet. Price, $6,900. Grade, MS64. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter. Yet another error in the Bicentennial Quarter was recently discovered by a collector. The coin was graded MS64 by PCGS and sold on 5th of January 2018 for $6,900. This coin weighs 2.25 grams, within the allowable weight range for a dime planchet. The mint mark and date are visible, although the lower half of the date numerals are off the flan. The strike is well centered, and the coin displays brilliant, satiny mint luster and no distracting abrasions. 9. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a clad dime planchet. Price, $6,600. Grade, PR 67. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter struck on a clad dime planchet. The Bicentennial Quarter was the only design change to the Washington Quarter between its 1932 introduction and the 1999 advent of a new series of state quarters. It was struck in 1975 and 1976, though all examples bear 1976 dates. Off-metal versions are quite rare. This coin was struck with the collar die at 6 o'clock. The letters are complete, though Washington's hair is mostly indistinct. 10. 1976 Washington Quarter. Price, $6,462.50. Grade, MS-68. 1976 Washington Quarter. In 1976, the United States Mint in Denver made 860 million quarters with the bicentennial reverse. NGC has seen only a single submission in MS-68. The 1976 quarter is considered a very rare coin and nearly impossible to find in MS-68 grade. The coin offered here is a beautiful example of this design. Both sides are satiny and brilliant, with a few otherwise indiscernible ticks visible under magnification. Census, 1 in 68, 0 finer. 11, 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a nickel planchet. Price, $5,040. Grade, MS-67. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter struck on a nickel planchet. This 1976 Bicentennial Quarter weighs 4.9 grams, similar to the weight of a nickel planchet produced in 1976. The dual dates and mint mark are visible, although much of Liberty and Quarter are missing from the flan. The planchet is aligned with the collar at 4 o'clock, relative to the obverse. The central devices are well struck, and light champagne toning adds depth and beauty to this great coin. 12, 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a cent planchet. Price, $4,465. Grade, MS-67. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter struck on a cent planchet. Yet another bicentennial quarter was struck on the wrong planchet. This time, the error was on a cent planchet instead of the original one intended for the quarter. This error coin was sold on July 17, 2017 for $4,465. Struck with the collar die at 11 o'clock, with almost all of Liberty and most of Quarter Dollar off the flank. Very lustrous and extremely well preserved, with peach gold, cherry red, and cobalt blue colors. 13, 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a cent planchet. Price, $3,290. Grade, MS-61. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter struck on a cent planchet. Quarter dollars struck on cent planchets likely occur fairly regularly at the mint, but most are detected and destroyed before they ever leave the building. Both the present full red wrong planchet error and the short-lived bicentennial quarter type are unique examples of U.S. coinage errors. The drummer and dual date are nearly completely visible. The mint mark is on the obverse rim at 4 o'clock. This error coin was sold on the 6th of January 2016 for $3,290. 14, 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a Liberia 5-cent planchet. Price, $3,120. Grade, PR-67. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter struck on a Liberia 5-cent planchet. The United States Mint struck Liberia 5-cent pieces in 1975. According to Nemista, a 1975 Liberia 5-cent is made of copper nickel and weighs 4.1 grams, has a diameter of 20 millimeters, and is struck in copper nickel. A 1976 Bicentennial Quarter weighs 5.7 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. This wrong planchet error has a rim with variable width, narrow near 430 but normal relief at 1030. The letters in Liberty and United have slight spreading, a characteristic of an undersized planchet. You can also see clash dies on the pristine piece, appearing as a slight doubling on Washington's profile. 15. 1976 Silver Deep Cameo. Price, $2,760. Grade, PR-70. 1976 Silver Deep Cameo. This white on black, 40% silver bicentennial quarter is a brilliant and immaculate collector's item. A popular and brief type of commemorative coin, this coin is an unimprovable representative of that type. This quarter is the special 40% silver mint edition of the bicentennial quarter. It has a mirror-like surface and was produced in proof form. The 1976 Washington quarter is worth $8.21 or more in uncirculated, MS+, mint condition. Proof coins are worth $9.46 or more. 16. 1976 Bicentennial Washington Quarter, struck on 5C planchet, deep cameo. Price, $2,640. Grade, PR 68. 1976 Bicentennial Washington Quarter. The Bicentennial Quarter shows a 1776 to 1976 date on the obverse, and a colonial drummer on the reverse to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the United States. This coin was manufactured in 1975 and 1976, so there were number 1975 coins. This is the special 40% silver mint edition of the Bicentennial Quarter. Proof silver coins with a mirror-like surface were produced by the U.S. Mint in 1975. Coins like this have sold for good amounts over the years. However, this coin was graded PR 68 and was sold for $2,640. 17. 1976 Washington Quarter, struck on a Jefferson nickel planchet. Price, $2,520. Grade, PR 68. 1976 Washington Quarter. At first glance, this proof Bicentennial Quarter appears normal except for the prominent clash marks near Washington's profile and queue. The field near the drummer's shoulder is also marked with bold clash marks. On closer inspection, the coin reveals that only the upper half of each side is reeded, and that the dual date has a thin and stretched appearance. The devices are frosty and the fields are pristine mirrors. 18. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a 5-cent planchet. Price, $1,920. Grade, PR 68. 1976 Bicentennial Quarter struck on a 5-cent planchet. This coin is a wrong planchet error, caused by a thin piece of metal from another coin being struck with the dies used to make nickels. The peripheral portions of Liberty and Quarter Dollar are absent on the resulting coin. The letters in the legends of this coin show distortion from outward metal flow. The coin was struck along its broadest axis at 7:30. The dies were made with bold lettering, most prominently near Washington's chin and forehead. 19. 1976 Washington Quarter, regular strike. Price, $123. Grade, MS 67. 1976 Washington Quarter regular strike. The 1976 Washington Quarter is worth about $6.65 or more in uncirculated, MS Plus, mint condition. However, it was sold on Heritage Auction for a high amount for its grade. It was graded MS 67 and sold for $123.38. Note, this is not an error coin. The face value of this coin is 25 cents, however, it was sold many times higher than its face value. The 1976 Washington Quarter in the grade MS 67 is considered a rarity. 20. 1976 25C Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a 1976 dime. Price, $6,480. Grade, MS 62. 1976 25C Bicentennial Quarter struck on a 1976 dime. Bicentennial errors are especially popular because they were only dated 1 year. They can be recognized by the presence of significant portions of the struck die and peripheral obverse details, including the date. The reverse of the coin shows more of its design, but portions are still visible. The satiny mint luster is accompanied by a light reddish patina. 21. 1976 D Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a nickel planchet. Price, $4,606.25. Grade, MS 67. 1976 D Bicentennial Quarter struck on a nickel planchet. A strong gem with completely brilliant surfaces that sparkle. The strike on the obverse was sharpest against the collar around 4 o'clock and softened toward 10 o'clock, where there was no collar to stop the metal flow. The central motifs are complete and bold, and include the date and mint mark. Almost mark-free and with a clean mistake on this 1-year type, it is especially noteworthy due to the exceptional gem grade and striking eye appeal. Fewer than 10 pieces are thought to exist. 22. 1976 Washington Bicentennial Quarter, copper-nickel clad struck 5 times. Price, $6,037.50. Grade, PR 67. 1976 Washington Bicentennial Quarter copper-nickel clad struck 5 times. The reverse of this coin has been placed by NGC facing up in the holder. All save the initial impression are off-center, with elements of the coin's design appearing up to 5 times on each side. The San Francisco Mint is responsible for this significant inaccuracy, despite the fact that the mintmark areas are not visible. On the obverse, 2 date sections that are almost finished are visible. Major mint faults of any kind are extremely rare on proof coins, and when they do occur, mint staff normally handles them with the utmost care and security. History of Bicentennial Quarters. The celebration of America's independence can be considered a modern classic, being present in many people's lives. These special quarters are worth more than their face value because of their symbolism, rarity, condition, and even error strikes. In 1876, the Declaration of Independence's 100th anniversary was celebrated with no major change in U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint struck commemorative medals for the Centennial Exposition that took place in Philadelphia. 100 years later, however, things were different. As 1976 approached, it was generally agreed that the date marked an occasion worthy of attention. The U.S. commemorative coin program had been halted since 1954, but bills were introduced in Congress in 1971 to propose the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial pieces. Production of the bicentennial coins began a year before the event occurred, in 1975. These coins were produced in large quantities for circulation to avoid hoarding by collectors. More than 1 billion quarters were made in both the Philadelphia and Denver branches of the United States Mint. Many 9 million examples were minted with part silver composition, rather than the traditional copper-nickel, and are popular with collectors. How much is a bicentennial quarter worth? Just as any coin, the value of a bicentennial quarter will depend on the grade and condition of the coin. Average coins might not fetch a premium, however, error coins have actually sold for the highest amounts at auction. Philadelphia Bicentennial Quarter Value. The Mint struck all of its 1976 bicentennial quarters in copper-nickel clad composition. The bicentennial quarter was highly anticipated and the quantity of coins produced was prioritized over quality. On average, the 1976 Washington quarter struck at the Philadelphia Mint is worth $6.65 or more in uncirculated, MS+, mint condition. Denver Bicentennial Quarter Value. The U.S. Mint's Denver branch also used copper-nickel clad for striking all of its quarters. Quarter dollars bear a D mint mark on their obverse, located to the right of Washington's profile. In addition, Denver bicentennial quarters were struck in better conditions than their Philadelphia counterparts. As a result, they are sometimes found in mint state 68 condition. On average, a 1976 D Washington quarter in uncirculated, MS+, mint condition is worth $6.65 or more. San Francisco Bicentennial Quarter Value. To avoid hoarding, the United States Mint designated the San Francisco branch to strike proof bicentennial quarters. The facility made not only Washington quarters but also half dollars and silver dollar coins. Washington quarters produced in the facility bear an S mint mark. The estimated value of a 1976 S Washington quarter, proof coin, is $4.52 or more on average. Silver Bicentennial Quarter. Some proof coins minted at the San Francisco Mint contained 40% silver. These coins have been valued higher than most bicentennial coins in the open market. The 1976 S Washington quarter is worth $8.21 or more in uncirculated, MS+, mint condition. Proof coins are worth $9.46 or more. Bicentennial Quarter Errors. There are different errors found in the Bicentennial Quarter series. The most common and valuable is the planchet error. This error occurs when a planchet meant for another coin such as the nickel or dime is used for the striking process for the quarter. Errors like these are common but seldom seen. If found, you could be sitting on a gold mine. An example is the 1976 D Bicentennial Quarter, struck on a clad dime planchet which was sold for $6,900. Other errors include overstruck quarters, struck through quarters, double die error. How do I know if my bicentennial quarter is worth anything? If the bicentennial quarter in your possession is a circulated coin minted at Philadelphia or Denver mints, it's only going to be worth its face value of 25 cents. However, if the coin is uncirculated, proof or an error coin, you can get paid thousands of dollars for it. What makes a 1976 bicentennial quarter rare? Grade plays a vital role in the rarity of the bicentennial quarter. Over 800 million quarters were struck in the Denver Mint. The 1976 bicentennial quarter might be easy to come by in lesser grades, however, the coin is considered a rarity in higher grades such as MS-67 and MS-68. Final words. Collectors of coins may be drawn to quarters struck in 4 different centuries. Commemorative versions such as the bicentennial quarter can interest collectors. These coins can be worth good value if you happen to find any. Some of them are going to sell for a lot more than face value, which is something that makes coin collecting fun. It's all about being able to look at coins, hold them and get some treasure out of them when they are taken out of circulation and put into collections. Wealth can come from anywhere, you never know. Hope you found this information useful. Do you have any coins that are worth money? Are there other rare coins I've left off this list? Please feel free to share below in the comments.